What's up, guys? Collin from Built2wander. I'm down at 3D Off-Road with Matt Thompson. Behind me is our 1975 International Scout 2 build. I wanted to share some progress on the build since returning from America's Most Wanted 4x4 with our Hellcat engine conversion. Before we get started, do me a quick favor, like this video, subscribe to the Driving Line channel, and let's get after it. All right, Matt, so the Scout is behind us. We're back from AMW 4x4. We've got the Hellcat here in the shop. In fact, it's right there. And we have quite a bit of work to do to get a rolling chassis completed by SEMA, which is the beginning of November. Right now, it's mid-June. Yeah. So with that being said, obviously we've got our work cut out for us, but we've already begun to make some progress here in the last few weeks and kind of wanted to ask you, what those first few steps are, what was involved.
Yeah, so, once we got it down here to the shop, we knew we had to take out the old motor. This little old V8 is not gonna be anything comparable to what we're putting in it, but so we took this thing out, we, had to disconnect the exhaust, all the hoses, power steering lines, all the stuff that goes with it, right? Pulling an engine, drive shafts, etc. And so we pulled the hood, the grill, and once we got all that stuff off, we were able to bring the forklift in, just, why not use a forklift instead of an engine hoist? But we were able to bring the forklift in and yank that motor out. And, once we got it out, this chassis was so disgusting. Like, there's 45 years of grime. So we knew we had to power wash it. So we pulled it outside, sprayed it down with some degreaser, got the hot seat on that thing and got this thing really clean. And we got it super clean for Cory to come down and scan it.
Yeah, so if you look behind us,
big hole.
Yeah,
big
giant hole, which, makes room for a nice Hellcat. But like Matt said, we had Cory Nasso come down from Infinity Fabrication. He's got a 3D scanning device. And if you look behind me, you can see all these little dots inside that engine frame. But really, he went and scanned the entire vehicle. Yes,
so he scanned the whole inside of the engine compartment, the transmission tunnel, portions of the axles for us, got the whole back half of the vehicle so that when we build a fuel cell, that kind of stuff, like literally we have a full scan of the entire engine bay and the entire underbody of this thing. And that is really, really gonna help us for fitment, really be able to see kind of in like live time almost how all this stuff is gonna fit before we ever even build it.
Yeah, which is something I'm really excited about because while it might not seem like we've done much, I think having Cory down here, it's a huge advantage because now we've got a 3D model of the entire vehicle, the frame, everything. We also have a 3D model of the Hellcat.
Yeah.
And so Matt can bring that into his CAD software and start to design things like motor mounts, suspension brackets. We can understand where the axles need to be as far as pinion offset, get those coming from Curry Enterprises. So
yeah, we're gonna be able to cycle the suspension, make sure we're not gonna interfere with oil pans, or how that suspension is gonna cycle even with the shocks. It'll really help us dial that in and get all our numbers right and really just get this thing literally perfect.
Yeah, so it really what we're doing is laying the groundwork and believe it or not, there's actually quite a bit of small steps that go into that just to where you can start to design those components that Matt just mentioned. So we're down here today. We've gotten, like you said, we got the factory motor pulled. Cory Nasso from Infinity Fabrication came down here, scanned the whole vehicle. We've got the CAD files. So today, I was hoping we would actually stab the motor, which is over there again, put that inside the vehicle here and just get an idea for what it's gonna look like in there.
Yeah, let's just see what this thing's gonna look like. It's, you know, it just adds to that excitement and gets us pumped up again. So.
Yep, and then from there, Matt will start designing, getting those motor mounts done. Then we can actually mount the motor and then start working on other parts of the chassis. So we'll continue to keep you guys updated as we continue to make progress on the build, but really excited about where we're at even over the last few weeks, and can't wait to show you what this thing looks like sitting inside the Scout.
I'm excited.
Lift off. All right.
Okay, so let's get a jack and a board, and then we'll get this thing set kind of flat in there ish, and then we'll just kind of set it on jack stand and just kind of just see where it's going to set. See if we need to go back some more. Or...
Yeah. Sweet.
Holy smokes.
Dude, that is going to be sick.
It looks big from this angle.
Dude, it looks so, like, I mean, obviously we have to cut some shit out, but it's gonna drop down like another 2 inches or so. And like, it'll set below the hood line, like the steering shaft clears, it's gonna fit between the frame rails.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be.
Yeah, that is one nice thing, like just visually. Like I said, this is all gonna be modeled in CAD, but if you look here at the frame rails, like right now it's sitting on the factory motor mounts, which will be, you know, gotten rid of, but it fits right between the frame rails, which is really nice. So it's gonna be sick. And then we've got some body work to do to fit these 37-inch Recon Grapplers. Will be a lot of work, but the goal will be to basically open up the wheel wells, keep the factory body lines, and fit a 37 with like a 2-inch lift. So
and
we
keep
can
it at this height.
Yeah,
like
keep it at this height.
Yeah, just to keep everything low and, you know, yeah.
Most people run 33s, which are on it now, or 35. So we wanted to obviously do something a little different, push the envelope. I mean, why not?
We're different by design.
That's why there's a 700 horsepower Hellcat in between the frame rails right now.
Absolutely.
Super excited to keep making progress on this thing. All right, there you have it, guys. We've got the Hellcat conversion from AMW 4x4 inside our International Scout 2. It's not where it's gonna be officially, but it's kind of mocked up, gives us an idea of how sick this thing's gonna look in this vehicle, and really paints the picture of all the work we have ahead of us. But getting really excited for the progress we've made. Shout out to Matt Thompson for all of his help getting the factory motor out of the way, making room for this Hellcat conversion. Shout out to Cory Nasso from Infinity Fabrication for coming down and 3D scanning the entire vehicle, including our engine conversion, so that we can get to work on making motor mounts, suspension components, etc. Really excited to continue to share the progress we make on this vehicle with you guys. Drop me a comment below. Let me know what you think of our Scout build so far, and if you've got any ideas that we should consider as we build this chassis out. And as always, hit the like button if you did, and subscribe if you haven't. Until next time, wander on.
Thanks for watching Driving Line. If you guys like this video, consider subscribing to our channel so you'll never miss any of the content we create here. Whether you're into trucks, Jeeps, imports, domestic vehicles, or anything in between, we are here to fuel your passion. So hit that subscribe button and we'll see you guys next time.